Don't ask me why. Actually, I'm gonna tell you why anyway, but right now I have this song Pony by Genuine stuck in my head. I went on a whole rant on Instagram yesterday. Not really a rant, but more like a throwback, talking about my love that I used to have, or I wouldn't say used to, still have, but it was kind of crazy at the time, that I had for the series Twilight, books and movies. I was explaining that at the time I was Team Jacob. I was really young then. I was about like 11, 12 years old. At that point, Edward was a whole grown man. Like, he had a 5 o'clock shadow, and that creeped me out. And so I didn't find him attractive at the time, but now that I'm older, I'm like, Team Edward. When I say team, I do not mean who Bella gets, I mean who I get. That's what the team meant at the time. It wasn't like, ooh, I want Edward for Bella, Jacob for Bella. No, it was, I want Jacob for me, Team Jacob. The song came into play because I was talking about who I was really a fan of. My ultimate crush on that movie series was Paul. Paul was one of the werewolves, and so anytime they would put Paul on the scene, I'd be sitting there like, move, Jacob. So now that song is stuck in my head. Long story, not short. Anyways, it occurred to me that I have been filming all this past month and I have not done a single intro. And so I was like, you know what? Let me come on here. Let's talk. It's countdown time. We have about 2 weeks before we sign and get ready to move into the new house. This is my last couple of weeks in this apartment, and I feel like I have been getting a little sentimental about it. Like, I've been looking around at stuff like, I won't have this corner anymore. I won't have my balcony anymore. It's so funny because I didn't feel that way at all about my last apartment. I was so ready to go, but in this one, like, this is the first place I've lived outside of my parents' house, the homes that we grew up in, that has felt like home to me. In some way, this is like my first adult home, you know? It's an apartment, but you get what I'm saying. So I've just been trying to soak it up. I've been trying to film it because I want to have the memories. But besides that, we also just have a lot going on. This past month has been mine and my boyfriend's birthday. I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to like do anything special for it, just because, you know, with buying a house, super duper expensive. So it just wasn't the year of like, let's go take frivolous vacations. But I did decide to go ahead and book us a stay at the Chateau Elan. The reason that I convinced myself, okay, I was like, number one, it's both of our birthday months. We share a birthday month. And then number two, I also had like a travel like suitcase collab to film. So I was like, and you shouldn't do this, okay? You should fully treat yourself just to treat yourself. But I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity to film a good sponsorship, but also, you know, finally try out staying at the Chateau Elan. At that point, I had been, but I did not stay. And so I just wanted to see what it would be like to stay. I feel like this video is the epitome of summer to fall transition. Like, you know how you have transitional outfits? This is a transitional vlog. So we're gonna be starting in summer, but it's definitely going to end on fall vibes. Thought I'd go over my look before we head downstairs. I have on these vintage silver earrings. I think somebody's asked me where these from. I think somebody's asked me where these are from, but I found them at a vintage shop last year. This is the dress that I decided to wear. I've worn this dress a couple of times before, and it's just so cute. So I had to pull it out again. It just felt very, very vineyard. Double layered cotton BCBG dress. Like, I can tie it around the shoulder area, double ties right here. I think one time I managed to find the link. I don't know if I'll be able to do that again. Since this is very summery vineyard vibes, we're gonna go with the Cezanne tote bag. And then for my shoes, I'm wearing my Massimo Dutti little white kind of sheer LA flats with a little strap in the back. All white look. I feel like I'm always wearing all white during the summer. One thing about me is I'm consistent. Getting ready to go drink up as much wine as I can handle. The grapes. I feel like I've never been here and actually seen the grapes growing. They're so cute. is our last glass of the night, and now we're getting ready to go do dinner. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
We can all tell.
We have the best, what we call her, a bartender?
Wine tender.
Wine tender. We have the best wine tender. Check out Hannah at Chateau Elon. Are we gonna drink more wine at dinner?
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know
Since it was our last day at the Chateau Elon Resort, we really wanted to take advantage of it, see what all we could get into before it was time to leave. Now, checkout obviously was pretty early. They were really nice at the desk. They actually gave me a card so that I would have access to the pool for the rest of the day if I wanted to. We stayed on the premises and we had their little van take us over to, it's kind of like this golf course side bar and grill, but it was just so cool to drive past all the houses. Apparently the houses start at like 700,000 and they go way upward into the millions. I can't remember everybody they said has bought a house here, but one that I remember was Jacquees. I can see the appeal for sure to want to stay here. It kind of has a little retirement vibe to it. The food was pretty good. I really enjoyed my sweet potato fries, and after that we headed over to the pool to wrap up our little Chateau Elon stay.
maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
To go shoot. By we I mean me and my little sister. I have some work to get done today. I have so much work to get done this week. Honestly, it's been kind of a constant, I'd say, like these past 2 months, because I've acquired new management. I have been looking for, or not really looking for management, but like keeping my eye out for a management that's been reaching out to me, because I kind of knew it's at a point where I definitely need help. I took a little hiatus off of management. I think I may have talked about this. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I had management kind of early on into this, and it was not a good experience. So I've just kind of been doing all of this by myself. And so now I finally have someone who's good at their job. And so that's been really helpful. But it also means that I'm really, really busy. Like, I'm not used to this type of workflow. So yeah, just bear with me, you guys, because I definitely know, like, every video I have been doing an ad, it seems. And I've been trying to do videos in between that, like, don't have ads and stuff like that. But honestly, it's at a point now where I'm having a really hard time being able to do all the work by myself. And I know I really should look for an editor. I just really don't want to give up creative control. Like, especially like over my vlogs and stuff like that. I really enjoy editing my vlogs. There's a certain way I like it to flow. The vibe, the message, the pace that I'm trying to give, you know, you can't really teach somebody how to do that. I mean, you could, but like, it wouldn't be overnight. And my thing is, if I get an editor and like they edit it a certain way and I'm like, oh, this feels kind of like anxiety inducing, like a lot of content nowadays is, I feel like I would be freaking out. It's like my baby, you know. I really built this from the ground up, from 0 subscribers, 1 video, to this. I just get really sensitive about it. It's just like a scary thing to pass the torch on somebody else, but at the same time, I feel like I need help. I'm also trying to look at it as a standpoint, like, this is my job. One of the reasons I was thinking about this, somebody commented on a recent video, well, it was a video from a couple months ago, and they were like, it really put me off that this video started with an ad. I get that, like, to a certain extent, because even when brands request the video to start with an ad outright, like, I kind of hate that, you know, because I just like to flow into it organically. When they allow me to do that, I do that, and I think it goes over better that way. But sometimes I'm just not allowed to do that. But I was thinking, I was like, you know what, at the end of the day though, this is my job. And so I just responded to the person. I was like, this is the only way to keep my content free. Nobody has to pay a dime to watch my content, and I really want to keep it that way. We do have the ability over here to have memberships where we accept donations, and you know, people do Patreon where people can pay to like watch your content and stuff like that. I personally have never felt comfortable doing this. I was talking to my dad about this last night, and it was literally like 4 a.m. I could not sleep, but we were just talking, and that was one of the things I was telling him about. I was like, I just can't find it within myself to do the type of things like memberships and ask for donations. Like, I'd rather kind of get it out the mud and like work for everything. And I'm by no means am saying the people who have like these accounts and do memberships and stuff are not working for things. They still are doing the work. But the way I was raised in such a way in every aspect, I feel like it's just innately in me now. Oh my gosh, like my parents just kind of raised us to like not ask for anything. Like everything that we accomplish needs to be like on our own back type thing. So much to the point where I was telling my dad, when I go places and they offer me like complimentary water or snacks or something like that, like, you know, we've been doing house hunting, I don't like to take handouts. You know, we were taught like not even to go into our friends' refrigerators when we were kids. Big no to my mom. She was like, I better not ever see you going in somebody's refrigerator. It runs deep. That's why even with things like, oh, memberships, donations, I can't get my head around it. Girl, I don't even accept free water, open houses, the showrooms. Doing sponsorships is the only way that I'm going to earn a bulk of my income. Like, I try to be nice about these things because I get it. But also at the same time, like, nobody has to watch. You know, for the people that does bother, like, you literally don't have to watch. Like, I'm not holding you at gunpoint to make you watch this video. I don't know if I mentioned, but the agency that I was signed to is Wilhelmina. So if you ever heard of like Wilhelmina Model, that's actually the agency that I signed to for content creation. And I was ecstatic, very excited, because that's insane. Like, if you would have told younger me, yeah, this is gonna be your agency, I would have been like, girl, please get out of my face. Especially even if you would have told the me that was signed to an agency a few years ago that this would be my next agency, I'd be like, that's insane. Transparently, I left my last agency because I just felt like they weren't doing enough. They really were just kind of riding off of my back. You know, whatever I was getting anyway, they were going to make money off of it. They weren't doing any extra work for me. And that really put me off from management. The owner of this management company had me come and have dinner with him, basically trying to convince me to like not leave the agency. I remember him telling me, oh, like I really kind of just want you to reconsider, because usually, you know, when people walk away, they just end up being washed up. You know, we just never see them again. Basically kind of like subtly, nicely threatening me, like, once you leave us, you'll never be seen again. You're not gonna grow. You're not gonna find anything bigger than this. Like, this is it. This is the end all be all, just for me to get to this point. But yeah, I've had a lot of agencies reach out to me over this year, but I just felt like it wasn't really a good fit. As we know, I have a very particular type of content style, nature-esque, whimsy, kind of slow living type. And when I tell you that, that's like such the opposite of this industry. Like, this industry is so fast paced. I was just finding when I was talking to a lot of these agencies that were reaching out to me, when I would tell them about my interests and they'd be like, where do you want to take this and stuff like that, I could just see their eyes glazing over. Have you ever talked to somebody and you can tell they don't give up about what you're talking about? So I would be all happy and sharing about like my content, comfy and chic living. Literally, I see like their eyes glaze over. For some reason, I'm really good at reading people. I think it's part of the reason why I've had anxiety since I was a child. But like, I can really, you can't cover it up. I will be able to tell how you actually feel, because they'll just be like, yeah, but like there's this little glaze over the eyes. And I was just like, I can really tell that we're probably not going to get along. And I finally found one who like gets excited about the things that I'm excited about. Like, she is a nature girl. When we talk about those things like gardening and stuff, like, everybody's eyes are lighting up. Nobody's eyes are glazing over. But my point in saying all that is, since being signed to them, more than ever, I'm able to work with my absolute dream brands, dream companies, way better than I was able to do on my own. So I've been absolutely loving that. I've been just trying to be more transparent on here lately with certain things in my life. I feel like I'm not talking about these products. This is the YSL mascara. She's so bomb. I had this other mascara that I had opened and I just had to stop using it. Anytime I was sweating, the mascara will be everywhere. But this one right here, I think this is like my 3rd or 4th bottle. Yeah, I definitely want to get to a point where I have my own brand and things like that. I've been wanting that since I was a child, but I feel like these past 3 years, I really have kind of honed in and figured out what I want that to be. Yeah, my plan is to eventually get into that, but that's also like a whole nother ball game. Like, I don't think that's gonna make my life easier. It sounds like being a business owner is pretty hard. Like, I have a business, but I don't have that kind of business. Drawback about that, once I have my own brand, sure, I won't really have to rely on sponsored advertisements, but at that point, I won't have the time to even be on YouTube. I feel like everybody I see who like is really deep in the designer trenches, having their own brand, like, they will still do content, but they don't do nearly as much content as they used to. Like, what's the sweet spot, you know? On one end, you know, it'll probably make the audience happier that it's not so ad heavy, but then on the other end, it also won't be ad heavy because I won't be able to be here as much because now I have to show up for the brand that I built. It's a lot, but honestly, I am living right now in wishes that I had, prayers that I had from years ago. So it's an insane thing. It's a surreal thing. Like, I feel so blessed. Like, even today, and I've been doing this a lot lately because I have so much brand work, I've been needing help with filming. And so the fact that I'm just like able to hire my sister out and pay her way more than she would get paid at like a regular job to like help me out, I love being able to do things like that. We're gonna try a new library and just kind of do the regular things that I like to do, but we're filming for an ad campaign, but it's at the same time it's gonna be fun because I'm with my sister, and so I won't be like super anxious. It'll be for work, but it's literally full of things that I love to do. So
you read what it's about? What are you saying? I didn't get the picture. What?
Alright, hold on, Nathan. I feel like one of these. I feel like you got a bone. I'm not that kind of bone. Satisfaction feels like a distant memory. We're going back down here.
Would you like to sit?
Last rodeo written on my back window. I've never tried this before I met you.
I'm sure that's the individual.
Yeah, you rush out. Okay. Can we get a description of it? Just seems like super out of it. Magnus inside, you see, one of the daggers.
Gets me almost every time
This figure sticking behind
in the midst of summer.
we made it to Florida. The pool with the little net thingy is a great indicator of that. So don't mind what I look like right now because obviously I just got off the road. It was like a 6-hour trip for us from Atlanta, which really is not bad. But we're in Orlando, Florida. It's the last trip of the season. It's not a trip that we planned at all. I'm actually here with my boyfriend's family. His sister really wanted to go to Universal Studios because they do this thing called, I hope I'm saying this right, like Fright Night or something like that, but it's something that they kick off at the beginning of fall. They have themes every year based on certain like scary movies, horror movies, and I think this year one of the things they have is the Terrifier. That was one of the movies that I watched in one of our little fall cozy vlogs because I love a horror movie. And I thought that was perfect to kind of get us like transitioning from summer into fall. Now also, this is my first time vlogging with his family. It's funny because I actually have went on a few trips with them and didn't pick up a single camera. I'm shy, okay? Not really like shy with them, love his family. I'm shy about vlogging, like sometimes even with my family. I don't know, I don't like people to feel like they're being watched. And then also sometimes I think it's important to live in the moment, but I guess everybody kind of expected me to. They were like, oh yeah, Jhordan can vlog. But I think I've been on enough trips, you know, just kind of doing my own thing where I can vlog just a little bit. He's on the phone with the Wi-Fi people, so I need to whisper a little bit, but I thought I'd give you a tour before it is touched and lived in, and everybody's in their designated places. So this is the dining area, and this is the kitchen.
I'm trying to access the Wi-Fi.
And then this is where we started out at, a little personal pool area. I think this place actually does have an actual like big pool. Apparently there's water slides because my boyfriend's pretty excited about that. Me on the other hand, I don't like public pools, okay? Used to love them when I was a kid, but for some reason as I've gotten older, I've become a little bit of a germaphobe. I know they keep the water clean, but it still just doesn't sit right with me. Don't judge me, okay? So yeah, if I get in the water, it will probably be out here. Just a cute little spot where you can grill, hang out, and I love that this is covered. Okay, this is the first bedroom. Bedroom number 1, downstairs. Bathroom number 1. I feel like if you've seen one bathroom, you've pretty much seen them all. We've got the landlord special, but it's cute. Bedroom number 2, regal. I want to say this is the primary bedroom. Just, it's giving primary, especially with the attached bathroom. Ooh la la. Love a bathroom with a window. Sorry. Because I've done this whole house hunting thing, I like point things out like that. See, this is why I want a window in my bathroom, so I can have lighting like this. Okay, just around the corner, we have bedroom number 3. I'm thinking this next room is the one that I'm supposed to be in, but little background about me, I'm one of those people, especially if I was not in charge of booking things, like I didn't plan the trip, I'm not even about to try and grab like the second best room because I don't know who has designated who and what, you know? I just kind of go where I feel like the person that planned this doesn't want to be. But hey, if they want this room, they got it. But let me show you. So I want to say that this is the room that I will be in, possibly. I mean, this is a child's dream. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I wouldn't too much mind having my little book light and cuddling up right there and reading myself to sleep tonight. Because I did bring a few books with me to bring me into spooky season. So that actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. But there's about 3 beds in here. But the cool thing about this one, so we've got the bunk bed. Yep. You can get up there this way. Got another bed underneath there. But when you come around, oh yeah, there's some games. It's actually pretty cool in here. This is how whoever sleeps right here is going to come down. So I guess if you like a top bed, this is a fair deal for you if you like a slide. Me personally, I'm boring. I don't want wind flowing through my eyes as I'm getting down for the morning. So I would come down on the ladder or preferably not be up there at all. I haven't always been like this. Or have I? We've got, what is this, like a green transformer? This is actually really impressive. We're getting ready to go to our first spot. Now we've been going places since last night. I just haven't picked up the vlog. I've just been chilling. Last night we went to this sushi place where you can get sushi that kind of goes around like on a belt. I have never felt more greedy in my entire life. I'm pretty sure I ate my body weight in sushi, but I don't regret it. It was really good. I think I've said today like randomly 3 times like that sushi last night was so good. But tonight we're getting ready to do the horror nights. Almost like 7 o'clock. I think it doesn't start till 7:30, but it doesn't end until like 2:30 a.m. I've never been inside an amusement park, let alone Universal, that late. But I'll go ahead and show you what I'm wearing. Somebody was asking about this top inside one of my vlogs. I just didn't mention it because it is old Zara, like super old. Like I think I've had this top for minimum 4 years. The back is open, which you know I love. And then my little trousers are Aerie. Do not sleep on Aerie, okay? These are so comfortable. They're the perfect length. Like I feel like I'm in now pajamas right now, probably except for this top. I'm wearing my Ace Studios bag. The jewelry I'm wearing, silver on the wrist on this side, silver on the fingers on this side. I wear these every day, so there's no need to really specify, but these are the ideal pieces I already showed you guys. Cute, comfortable. I feel like I wear these things all the time, but I know it works. I just have to show you the cool thing about this bag really quickly, because why have I never used it for this? I've never used it, and this is the whole purpose of the bag. But there's this little like barricade you can put up, and so basically this is my vlog camera battery. And so I'm gonna keep my camera right here. Like this is like a vlogger bag. So for people that do content creation, this is for your other random stuff. And then this is the part that protects your camera. Very cool. I'd show you with the camera in it, but obviously I'm using my camera. Oh! What is that?
Death Crow.
Hi!
Come on up here.
Representation. Representation, love it. Pasta pizza.
Is this like from the show or
No,
the
it is
game? Okay. And what is that?
This is cupcake. Chica's cupcake, actually.
The batter
It'd be better if the batter was crispy, but the batter is soft. Oh, y'all look so cute.
I enjoyed that.
This is actually so crazy. Like there's like nobody out here. We got in really late last night when we came back from holiday horror nights. Halloween horror nights. I think I've been calling it Fright Night this whole Look, I don't know any information. I'm just here for the vibes. We got in at like 4 a.m. I think my absolute favorite one was probably the Terrifier. Surprisingly, another favorite of mine was Friday the 13th. I just feel like they did a good job with making that one more immersive. Or no, the Terrifier was the one that was more immersive because they had like the bad smells and things like that. But with Friday the 13th, they were pretty good at making it darker and like smoke. So there was a point where I'm literally like walking through like this. They didn't let you film through any of those, which I wasn't gonna film through those anyways because just in case that scares anybody, I didn't want to scare anybody. But I did want you to see like the Halloween vibes that they had. Also, it's kind of a spoiler. I don't want to spoil if you plan on going. But yeah, it was pretty fun. What was your favorite? Your favorite was Terrifier? Yeah? And then also Friday the 13th.
Terrifier, Friday the 13th, and then this one called Gawkin.
Oh yeah, Monsters of the North. Yeah, it was a surprise one that I didn't know anything about, and we just tried it and it was actually pretty good. I cannot believe I stayed up till 4 a.m. and it was out till 3. One of my highlights, honestly, unexpected. I didn't think we were going to go to the rest of the park, but we ended up going to the Harry Potter part of the park. Not the part where you go on the train, but the part that's actually a part of the Universal. So we went to Diagon Alley and it was dark and there was like almost nobody there. I feel like the times I've went to Diagon Alley, it is very busy. There's a lot going on and I've never been at nighttime. It felt like those times when Harry is going on Diagon Alley, like kind of in the later years when things are taking a turn for the worse and like nobody's really out there like jolly like how they used to be. It just feels kind of deserted. So that's kind of how it felt. So I was fangirling at that moment, of course, because if you don't know, look, I know homegirl is very problematic. So not applauding her per se, but I did kind of grow up on those movies. I read the books when I was like 11 years old and they like changed my life. Like that was what introduced me to like fantasy and why I love like fantasy so much today. Today is more of a regular park day. I actually did not know that we were going to be going to the theme parks just to like ride roller coasters, but that's what we're doing today. I put my hair up, I did a little bit of makeup, stuck to pretty minimal with the jewelry, but I do have to be adorned. So I'm going to be wearing this bag from Dag & Dover. I hope I'm saying that right, but they sent it to me in like this super cute little like summer kit. I normally bring my Lululemon one, but I like that this one's black and it seems a little bit bigger. Like I have all my like lip balm, gum, and then in this part I have, well, I have nothing, but originally my vlog camera was in here, so my vlog camera is gonna go right back in here. And then this set is a Adenola workout set. I think I was a little bit in denial when I got the sizes because I got extra small on the top, extra small on bottom. It's definitely true to size. The problem is me. I'm in that transition where I'm moving up to a small, but for so many years of my life I've always been like an extra small. Like whatever the smallest size is, grab it. And like this is a little tight because I'm delusional and sitting here thinking I'm extra small still. I'm not, but it's so cute. I love the high neck, full zip. Like that is darling. It can go all the way up. Like I feel like a runner. Like I feel I say that like I was not a runner in high school. I don't run anymore. But I feel like a current day runner. Update, we did not make it to the park. We had no idea that they closed earlier on the fright, keep calling it that, the Halloween nights, whatever they're called. They close at 5 apparently. Universal Studios does on the nights that they do this, as opposed to like what, the 7:30, 8, 9 o'clock that they close at. And so it was about like 4 when we had found that out. I like to be at parks more so at night. We're not gonna see a park, so they went to go see if we could figure out, you know, how to reschedule this for another day, maybe in a few months, because that's a lot of money. Like we have regular park tickets and also like fast passes. So yeah, I'm sitting right here, I'm cozied up because it's kind of cold in here, which is better than being hot. And I've been finishing my book. This is what I was reading. It's Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. I started Magnolia Parks like last summer. Sometimes when I'm enjoying a series, I really want to milk it, but with this one, they were actually getting on my nerves. I didn't even know if I wanted to keep reading after the first book. It was cute, but I was like, you know, this could be a standalone for me because the main character and her man, I guess they're both main characters, they're just so annoying together. The next one is about Daisy Hates, which is a different character in the Magnolia Parks universe. It was literally kind of the same dynamic but a different character, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like one thing about me, I find toxic relationships very annoying because I'm just like, just figure it out, like just don't be together. With them getting more sentimental and deeper and kind of telling their story more, I was like, oh, so this is why y'all act the way y'all act. But besides all that, I had to come on here and give you the update on me reading this book because, oh my gosh, all I'm gonna say, and it's not really a spoiler because I'm not gonna say who, you will have no idea because I knew this already, like in this series. Don't get too close to the characters, you might lose one, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. And so right now I just have a theory about what happened. They kind of leave you on a cliffhanger. They give you like some hints, and so it's kind of like leave it up to interpretation, and I think I know what happened. This has nothing to do with what we got going on right now, but I had to come on here and give this update. I'm finally like eating up Magnolia Park series. It's getting deep, y'all. I really wanted this vlog to be summer to fall transitional. I wanted to show you the books that I'm getting ready to read and am reading for spooky season, fall season. This is one of my favorite times for reading. I like to read based off of the season that we're in. I believe in living out the seasons as they are, you know, like I don't like to rush the seasons. But Summerween, when it comes to reading, I very much enjoy. There's something about it still being warm, but you're feeling like the weather dropping. That makes you want to read something creepy or something more like fantastical. So I have a few books that cover that. So the first one that I have is actually something that I got from the Libby app. Now I just got accepted for the hold on it, so it hasn't downloaded all the way yet, but it's Everyone Here Is Lying by Sherry Lapina, possibly. I really hope I'm saying that right. I don't really know what it's about. I know it's like a thriller, kind of mystery thriller type of book. I'm in this phase right now where I don't really like to read what the books are about because, especially with that genre, for some reason they seem to always be spoiling it. But it sounds like a book that's going to carry us through, maybe with even like multiple POVs, or in some way we're going to know what all the characters are doing, what they're thinking. And clearly it seems like it's going to be like one of those books, everything is not what it seems. So I'm excited about that. I definitely don't want to know a thing about it before I go into it, just so I can get the most out of it. The next book that I want to read is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas. So this is book 5 of like 8 total books. So I finally made it to the 5th book of the Throne of Glass series. I would say for me so far, Like, it's not boring, but it's also not like, woo. It seems like the story could be coming together. I don't want to give away too much because the aspect that I didn't really like about it is actually kind of happening now, and I don't want to say anything for people that started because that's a spoiler, but it basically follows this assassin named Selena Sardathian. I think when the series first started, she was like a strong 16. She may be like 18 now, so it's kind of crazy to think like, oh, this 18-year-old is just like the best assassin around and she's just jacking everybody up. I just think back to what I looked like at 16 and 18 years old, and very unlikely. I feel like I'm more likely to be able to accomplish that maybe like 3 years ago. But so far the series is not bad. I just have heard that it's better than the ACOTAR series, which I have read the ACOTAR series, and so far to me it is not. But it could be like ACOTAR, whereas the first book is not really good and then like it starts revving up in the second book, but it's just taking way longer than ACOTAR does. I'm gonna continue this one. I will let you guys know what I think, but I've been working on this series for a little minute. But the one that I'm most excited about is Sugar by Mia Ballard. Now I've actually already started this. I started this yesterday and I'm only like 23 pages in, but already it has sucked me in. So this was another book that I didn't want to know what it was about. It is about a woman who finds out that her husband is cheating with her best friend and she unalives him. It got me on the first page. She's kind of talking about the moment that she realized like, oh my gosh, the man I love is cheating on me and it's with the woman that I love, my best friend. That's not a spoiler, it's the first page, okay? If that's a spoiler, it's gonna get spoiled on the first page. But so far, this book really just reminds me of, if you watch Desperate Housewives, I really imagine this book about like Brie Vandekamp. She is very tactful. She seems like this very, what is it, like a Stepford wife, bakes cakes, likes everything very clean and put together, precise. But it also reminds me of like a woman version of American Psycho. I have not read the book American Psycho. I don't think I will, but I have seen the movie. And so just thinking about how Patrick Bateman like talks to himself and how he like analyzes things, the thoughts that go through his mind, this feels like the female version of Patrick Bateman so far. And the cover is absolutely stunning. So yeah, Sugar by Mia Ballard, that's the one I'm working on right now. I just wanted to share with you guys my little fall reads to get ready for cozy season. I love a little spooky read, so I'm excited to be doing kind of like different things. Like I feel like this one's leaning more into literary fiction the way it's written, and then fantasy, and then my Kindle book, it's more like a thriller. We're taking a little piece of like each genre, so I'm really excited about that. Let me know what you guys are reading because I'm always looking for good books, okay? And some of the books that y'all have recommended are the books that I have read and really enjoyed, so let me know. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I just know I've been doing a terrible job of uploading on my reading channel. It's not that I don't want to. I have actually created content for the channel, but I haven't had any time to edit it. It's been crazy. I think I talked about it a little bit at the beginning. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. We're getting ready to go watch a scary movie. It's our last night here, so we're gonna make the most of it. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope it wasn't too random for you, and I will see you in the next video.
It gets me almost every time in the midst of summer.